So the ciliary movements, most of the cellular tubular structures of the human body are lined with ciliated epithelium, and the portions where basically you will find cilia are the reproductive tracts, respiratory tracts, and then movement caused by the coordinated oar-like activity of the short vibratile hair-like structures on the free surface of the cell is called as the ciliary movement. So remember, because cilia are short and they are vibrating, so vibratile hair-like structures on the free surface. Now, where are they present? They are present in the renal tubule. So in the kidney system they are present, and they are involved in the excretory products to be moved. Then they are present in the upper respiratory tract, that means the trachea, and role is what to push back the dust particles, because we all know there is no outlet for the things to go into lungs. Once they are into the lung, they are supposed to be trapped forever. So it's better to have them pushed back into the mouth, and we may spit the dirty things out, or we may swallow it into the food pipe. So the upper respiratory tract, that means the trachea, has a large number of cilia in that compound epithelium, and that these cilia are supposed to be working in coordination, pushing the dirt particle, pushing the immobilized microorganism along with the mucus, and they are supposed to be pushed back into the mouth so that we may spit them out. Then next is the fallopian tube. We all know fallopian tubes are the part of reproductive portions of female, and then the fallopian tubes carry the cilia, and the role of the cilia is the movement of the ovum towards the uterus once it is fertilized. And in the same manner, if you remember, in the 10th class we have done about the finger-like projections which are present next to the ovary portion of the fallopian tube. Those finger-like projections are supposed to be carrying a large number of cilia, which is supposed to pick up the egg, so that the egg or the ovum after ovulation straight away enters into the cavity of the fallopian tube. So fallopian tube has a large number of cilia, and they are involved with the proper movement of the egg. So after ovulation, the catching of the egg, and once the egg reaches the fallopian tube, the fertilization of the egg. And once fertilization has taken place, the fertilized structure or the zygote, dividing zygote, is supposed to be moving slowly towards the uterus for implantation. All these movements are because of the cilia present there. And then we all know about the sperms, that when the sperms are immature, they do not use their own energy for motion, so they are pushed. This pushing is again because of the ciliary movement, and these cilia are present in the vasa efferentia. You'll be learning about the vasa efferentia in the 12th class in detail. Vasa efferentia are basically the pipe or the duct system which is present inside the testes, and once the sperms are formed, they are supposed to be pushed out of vasa efferentia because of the ciliary movement. Now the next movement which is missing in the NCERT is the flagellar movement. We all know that flagella are the undulating whip-like movement showing structure, and they are longer than the cilia. They are also vibratile hair-like structures but longer, and we have already learned in the previous classes cilia are always more in number. Flagella could be one, or flagella could be few in number. So the flagellary movement is different from the ciliary movement, and in the human's bodies flagella is all absent. But when we talk about male body carries one structure which has flagella, and that is the sperm. So sperms or spermatozoa, they are able to move because of the presence of a single flagellum. Remember, there is a single flagellum, and flagellum-like structure is absent in the case of the female's body. Then the next type of the movement, which is even discussed in the NCERT, are the muscular movements. So the muscular movements, we all know that the movement of our limbs, jaw, tongue require muscular movement, and the contractile properties of muscles are effectively used for locomotion and other movements of the human being, and majority of the multicellular organisms also use the same muscles. The locomotion requires a perfect coordination of the muscles along with the skeleton as well as the neural system. So the contractility of the muscles cause this type of movement, and remember, there is a great coordination between the neural system, that is the nervous system, and the skeletal system with the muscles, and this help in effective locomotion as well as the movement. There are number of examples you all have learned that muscles are present in the limbs, that's why we are able to move our limbs. Muscles are found in the tongue, so we are able to move our tongues. Similarly, muscles are present in the eyelids, are present around the eyeball, that's why we are able to move our eyeballs also, eyelids also, as well as the jaws are able to move. One of the strongest muscles are found in the jaw, the masseter muscles, and these muscles are responsible for the movement of our lower jaw. Remember, the upper jaw is immobile but the lower jaw is mobile. So this is how the introduction goes about the locomotion and the movement. In the next class, we will start with the topic of details of muscle. Some of the things I have already covered in the 7th chapter. So we'll be doing the detail of muscle, structure of muscle, and how the muscles are supposed to function together. And then at the last in this chapter, we'll be dealing with the disorders of the muscular system.